Welcome to Module 2, Week 3. In this lecture, we will be exploring mathematics in the community and why we should work with parents and caregivers. As you know, we have a wide range of stakeholders in education. There are the curriculum authorities such as BOSTES and ACARA, system authorities such as the Department of Education, Catholic diocesan offices, and of course the private school sector. There are industry stakeholders who rely on schools to produce students willing to enter a range of workforces with often specific skills. And of course, there are the tertiary institution stakeholders who want students willing and able to enrol in a vast range of courses. Of course, there are many more, including federal and state governments and the general community. What I want to talk about briefly in this lecture are the stakeholders that have the most influence on our students. Their parents and caregivers. These are the stakeholders who are perhaps closest to our day-to-day work and may have the most to gain or lose from what we do in our classrooms. The majority of parents and caregivers care deeply about their child's success in the classroom, particularly when it comes to literacy and mathematics. And this is completely understandable. One of our challenges as teachers is to deal with any concerns in a manner that will enhance our students' learning, rather than perpetuate the often negative attitudes the community has about maths teaching and teachers. Those negative attitudes often stem from the fact that everyone has experienced schooling in one form or another, and some feel that this entitles them to express opinions based purely on their own school experiences. We've all heard people say things like, "Well, rote learning didn't hurt me, so why don't teachers still use it?" So how do you address this? The best way to build bridges with the parent community and get them on your side is to be open and transparent about what is happening in your school and classroom. Often, many of parents' concerns are a result of keeping kept in the dark about teaching strategies that are significantly different from those they experienced when they were at school. Parents may not feel comfortable voicing specific concerns about their child, and they rely on advice, which is sometimes misinformed, from other parents. There are some common concerns that are shared by many parents. If you can identify these within your context, then you can plan to address them by providing parents with appropriate information, holding face-to-face sessions that demonstrate classroom practice, inviting parents into your classroom, and keeping them informed on their child's progress or developments in teaching and learning. There are many common questions amongst parents that really need to be addressed if we want them to support us in helping their children learn. Some of these questions are, why don't children know their tables? Should I get my child tutored? Why is the maths different from when I was at school? I feel as though my child is falling behind in maths. What should I do? My child is scared of NAPLAN. How can I help? Why doesn't my child have a textbook? In this week's live session, we will be discussing these issues and others that you have come across in your experiences. We'll talk about how you have addressed them or how you could address them with your parent communities. There's also a discussion board for you to add suggestions to. This is the end of Module 2. Don't forget, next week you have the opportunity to catch up on any activities, reading and assessments.